Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Midgard Golf. And we're back out here today at what is still my favorite course in the state of Colorado, Arrowhead Golf Club in Littleton, Colorado, just southwest of Denver. So, absolutely gorgeous course out here with all of the red rocks and scenery that you just can't beat. So, yeah, and with the staff out here on top of it, I mean, every time I come out here, I just feel like $1,000,000. I mean, it really is an amazing experience every time. And that's not a single time observation. I mean, I've played out here quite a bit at this point, and I just love it every single time. So, yeah, highly, highly recommended indeed. So, and I'm out here doing a 2-ball scramble today with just Sam and I. And you've seen Sam before on both of the Red Sky courses and the first time that we played Eagle Vale as a 4-ball scramble, and a couple of other rounds, if I remember right. I just can't remember at the moment here. But anyway, he's still pretty new to the game, but every time I play with him, he catches a couple more good ones where it's like, all right, he's starting to pick some stuff up there. Work on his swing a little bit, and he'll be out there jamming just like the rest of us there. So, yep, excited to play with him, and he's also one of my very best friends in life. So, yeah, one of the few people I consider to be kind of a pseudo-brother to me. So, anyway, super excited to get to play with him. And riding in the cart with him is his son, Maddox. So you'll see at least one celebrity shot from him in part 2 there. But super great kid. And then we've actually got somebody behind the camera today, my own homeboy, Graham, who's also one of my best friends there. I've known him for a long time now. Done a lot of work together, professionally speaking. So, yeah, and he's just always been there for me as well. So, can't thank Graham enough for being just the man that he is. So, and eventually we're going to get Graham out there hitting balls with us too. He's just recovering from a couple of shoulder surgeries that he needs to completely recover from before he can do that. So, anyway, got the whole family out there, so to speak, today, although just 2 of us are playing. But anyway, and if you're liking this content, please remember to throw us a like and a subscribe. And yeah, I need like 13 more subscribers right now to give away another hat. So yeah, smash that subscribe button, help us get there, and then we'll be giving away another limited edition Branded Bills Midgard Golf hat soon as we do. Yeah, so anyway, they got us on the reverse routing here today. So we're teeing off on number 10 as it will be our first hole. And yeah, so boy, we got a show for you here today. Me and Sam just tore this course apart today. And on the few shots that I had that went kind of awry, Sam was right there to cover down for me. So yeah, we definitely tore it apart here. Our best scramble between the 2 of us, indeed. Maybe might be our only 2-ball scramble with just me and Sam. So, and we really kicked butt today. So can't wait to show you this content and the part 2 coming out next week for the front 9, where we really smashed it on the front 9. So anyway, this first hole here, number 10, and we're playing it from 2 up. That's the Silver Fox tees. And for us, it's 381 yards and tipping out at 420 yards. Pretty much downhill the entire way for the drive, and then it levels out and kind of climbs back uphill towards the green there. Going down the fairway for the drive, you're going to have 2 bunkers there that you'll be able to see off to the right, and another bunker beyond that that appears to be off to the right, but the hole sort of doglegs a little bit that way. So that 3rd bunker you can see out in the distance is actually kind of right in the middle of the fairway. And then, yeah, at that point, the fairway really narrows up as it makes its way up to the green there. Once you do make your way to the green, there's a sizable bunker off to the front left and another one lateral right, and that's all you've got to worry about there. You've got a healthy amount of grass behind the green as well, although you won't be able to see that from your approach shot, no doubt. But if you do have to happen to fly the green long, then should be a fairly friendly chip to put the ball back on the green for an up and down opportunity after that. So I'm trying to stay short of that 3rd bunker you can see out in the distance there from the tee box. So I'm teeing off with a 2-iron and looking for about a 270-yard shot down this fairway to give us a nice, probably 120-yard shot up onto this green. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 11th hole that we're playing as our second today. Playing for us at 124 yards and tipping out at 156. So, yeah, pretty short by all accounts there. And, yeah, number 17 handicap hole on the course, and yeah, I got to agree with that. That's, yeah, pretty easy par 3 here. Maybe the easiest par 3 on the course. But, anyway, yeah, so pretty level, pretty much playing the number. Maybe slightly uphill, but yeah, actually I did laser it, and I think the flag is kind of in the middle, was playing 126, so it's just like about a 2-yard climb there for us. So anyway, I mean, you've got a little bit of native fescue to clear right off the bat there. Not a big deal. Even if you do top one and hit your ball into that, you'll probably still find it pretty easy. And then after that, I mean, pretty stock standard par 3 there. You can miss to the right a bit there, although if you do, then it's very likely that you're going to be in a sand trap, because there's 3 sand traps over there off to the right. One of them to the front right, one of them kind of lateral but towards the front side of the green and to the right, and then one kind of way off to the right that you really don't want to be in. And then another really long bunker that pretty much covers the entire left side of the green there. So you can miss short and you can miss a little bit long. But if I had to choose between missing short and long on this hole, I would definitely choose to miss short. So if whatever distance that you're playing this hole at happens to be in between clubs for you, then my recommendation would be to take the shorter one and just try to step on it a little bit in order to make the yardage happen. Because, yeah, you definitely don't want to be overly long on that. And the green does slope pretty well from back to front, so that chip, if you do hit one long, is likely to not be a friendly one, especially if the pin's in the back and you've kind of short-sighted yourself. That's really unfortunate. So, I have the... What do I have? I've got the 52-degree wedge in hand. So, let's give it a rip, see if we can send it up in the air there and stab this green. Let's check it out.
Alex. Oh! Damn. Oh! That was funny, bro. Beautiful shot.
Thank you.
Got that in the hole?
Almost. Close to the hole in one right
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 12th hole that we're playing as our third today, and the number 1 handicap on this course, and very rightfully so, in my opinion here. Playing for us at 398 yards and tipping out at 419, and with it being a very, very hard dogleg left, I mean, yeah, it's just a challenging hole, like it, and it's hard to cut that corner there off to the left as well. Just because, I mean, you know, you're looking at all of those kind of tall, bushy trees there off to the left, and then outside of that is the giant red rock there that you know, I mean, if you happen to snap hook one into that red rock, you might get a lucky kick back out into play, but fat chance. So, I mean, really tough call to try to cut this corner very hard here. That's for sure. And I mean the no matter what line you take there, I mean you really have to know exactly like what tree to hit over in order to hit driver and try to chop off enough of that corner to give you a small shot up onto this green, because I mean there's not a whole lot of lines that you can pick to where your ball will be safely in the fairway just because of how hard the dog leg is. So, yeah, I mean, you know, fair chance if you pump it up over there to where you've lost sight of the ball when it's on its way down, that you're going to be in a large collection of trees down there, up there, kind of close to the green, and, well, fat chance you're finding your ball in that anyway. So it's kind of a mandatory layup hole unless you've got a good, solid 30, 40-yard draw in you, and you can make that draw happen at about 260 yards out, at least from the tee boxes that we're playing anyway, so... Yeah, probably more like 280 from the tips. So anyway, just a tough call to try to cut that corner there. So me, I'm not going for that. I'm just going for the 2-iron and playing for those 2 trees that you can see to the left of the collection of 3 bunkers that are straight out into the fairway there. And yeah, that if you do hit right in front of those 2 trees to the left of those bunkers, you should have about 160 yards in. It will be an uphill shot in order to get to the green from there, so probably playing more like 165, but nevertheless, yeah, real good play on this hole in my opinion. Once you do make your way up to the green there's a huge bunker that covers pretty much the entire right side of the green, and another pretty sizable bunker off to the left of the green as well. That covers about 80% of it to the left. So if you miss the green in either direction, pretty good chance that you're going to make it in one of those traps. But the green definitely slopes pretty hard from right to left. So if you're playing a draw into this green, like you're about to say or see me do, then fair chance that you're going to kick all the way out into the trees off to the left there. A little foreshadowing, but... Thankfully, Sam is about to be there to have my back on this one, because believe it or not, on my approach shot here, I did indeed hit the green, and it just jettisoned. It just kicked off of the green surface super hard to the left there. So, yeah, you've got no forgiveness on a draw shape coming into this green here. So, anyway, take heed of that. Either be playing a straight shot or a fade into this green is that's my recommendation. So, anyway. Let's give it a rip. Like I said, 2-iron in hand, and see what we can do.
Perfect. You got Alex? Hang on. Yeah. It should be right by those 2 trees off to the left.
I actually did.
How far? I probably hit that 260.
So I can't use the driver.
Yeah.
Nice!
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Nice shot, Sam.
Hell yeah.
That's good, bro.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 13th hole, which we're playing as our 4th today, of course. And yeah, from this hole, so the tee boxes that you'll notice the asterisk next to the yardage on the little scorecard kind of title page for this hole here, right before this narration, as at 173, and that's the tips, right? So every time I play this course, I just can't bring myself to play any further up than all the way back there, just because the view is just so beautiful from back here, with all of the red rocks on both sides and kind of the rock cliffs out in the distance. I mean, it really, this is just, in my opinion, one of the signature holes, at least, on this course. Maybe for me, the signature hole, just because, I don't know, I just think it's just that gorgeous. So anyway, I always insist that we play from all the way back on this hole. So playing at 173 for us, but if we were playing the whites, that would be 2 up, then it would only be 133 yards. But it would be a long way down the hill there, so it would actually be playing pretty close to that number if we were playing the whites. But from up here, for how drastically downhill it is, it's only actually playing about 145. So I've got the gap wedge in hand to attack this green. So really, not that bad. Let's see here. So far as the shot itself here to get up on this green, if you miss short, you've got that series of 2 bunkers right in front of you there. The further back one is a real pain to be in, and that's going to be a tough shot to hoist it out of that and then stab this green for an up and down, sandy attempt. If you get in the forward one, much more friendly of a sand trap indeed. And yeah, and much easier to try to get a sandy out of that. And there's a fair amount of grass in between those bunkers. So yeah, as you're about to see, yeah, if you do come up short, then yeah, I guess more spoiler alerts here. Then a fair chance that you could end up in the rough length grass in between those bunkers too. So far as the miss is concerned there, you've got a little bit of room to miss both directions there to the right and left, but honestly, the most green grass that you have to miss this green is long and left. So, I mean, I guess if you're, really worried about missing the green, then take the longer club and hit a draw into this green and try to shave some off of it. And if you happen to get the full torque out of it, then likely that you're going to miss the green to the left if you're playing a draw. And then, yeah, end up having a green grass shot up onto this green to try to get up and down. If you do happen to be hitting fades the day that you should be out here, oh boy, try to take, hug that left line just to the right of the rocks on the left and fade it down from there, because you really don't want to miss hard to the right of this green here. So, like I said, gap wedge in hand, let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
Curve in. Oh!
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 14th hole that we're, of course, playing as our 5th hole today. So, yeah, pretty short par 4 here for us, playing for us at 284 yards and tipping out at 365. So pretty short no matter what from here. And yeah, from all tee boxes, you've got a little bit of force carry there from this kind of swampland that sometimes has water in it, sometimes it's a lake, but sometimes it's just, yeah, what you see there, kind of dirt and sort of, yeah, rough hazard there. So anyway, but interesting thing about this hole, all of the tee boxes on this hole are just like really super cool. So yeah, there's actually, and they kind of rotate the tips between two different tee boxes here, and the further back the hole plays, the straighter the hole is. So and the further up you play, the more of a dogleg right that it is, right? So I mean, all of the tee boxes here are super cool. The way backs are just as you're making the kind of big old curved turn to the left there from the previous green, and they don't always have those open, but and when they're closed, then the backs are kind of two rock formations, I guess to the right of where that one was if you're facing down the hole, and then just in front of that is another tee box set that typically plays as the copper tees there, the Arrowhead tees, if you will. And then the Silver Fox tees are where you're going to see us tee off from. And then there's that little baby island out there that you walk on a bridge out to further forward. So, I mean, no matter what tee box you hit from on this hole, it's a really unique and really cool one. So, anyway, I love this hole for that. That's for sure. But from our tee box here, while it's quite a short hole, I mean, you really have to play a really pretty fade to try to drive this green. So that's what I'm going to try to do. But if you overcook a fade and you happen to carve one out there, then pretty good chance that you're going to be in some very thick trees there off to the right side, and that ball's going to be gonskis. So yeah, be leery of that. Now, as you look out into the fairway from this angle, you'll see a rather large and sizable, well, it looks like one tree, but it's actually a grouping of trees out there, and that would be the line that I'm saying that you would want to play on, and then try to fade it off of that. If you do that successfully and you happen to make the yardage, then your problems don't end there. You've got two bunkers that are to the front left of the green that may still yet catch your ball before you actually make it to the green, and then you'll have to get up and down for a sandy birdie from there. So anyway, there's that. But so one could be forgiven absolutely for just laying up on this hole, putting yourself somewhere nice and safe out there in the middle of that fairway somewhere, and have yourself anywhere from 110 yards to 150 yards up onto this green. If you're playing it from the tips, then you've got some more options there, I would say, for your line. You've got a draw line kind of towards that grouping of trees that I mentioned earlier that looks straight out forward from the tee box perspective for us, or you've got the fade line, in which case I would play it the same way and kind of go at those trees there off to what would be the left-hand side there for you then, and then fade it off of those, or maybe even a little bit to the left of those trees if your fade tends to be a little heavier than that. So anyway, that's all the different ways that I would strategize this hole depending on the angle that you're playing it from. So without further ado, I've got the 2-iron in hand. Let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
straight. Jesus.
Oh my God. Come here. Come here. Come right here.
A little closer to my head.
But that's okay.
There it is.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 15th hole that we're, of course, playing as our 6th hole of the day here. Playing for us at 364 yards and tipping out at 409, so pretty healthy par 4, I would say. Kind of on the healthy side of run-of-the-mill, maybe. But anyway, playing uphill pretty much the entire way. So, yeah, I mean, playing a little longer than the number suggests there, and a pretty hard dogleg right no matter how you spin it. So, yeah, I mean, a couple of different ways that you can try to play this hole here. You could just lay up into the fairway directly in front of you and keep the ball kind of, you know, in your eyesight there, at which case you're going to have anywhere from 150 to 170 yards out up onto this green, so not a bad play to just do that. And just make sure you stay short of those bunkers that you can see kind of off to the left side of the fairway, but straight out from your perspective from the tee box there. You could also try to hit something a little bigger and kind of cut the corner a little bit over that sort of orangish bushy tree there that's right at the left edge of the rock. Or if you're a real big hitter and you're real bold about it, then you could try to take your drive straight over that kind of big old sort of notch in the rock there, and that's about the line that the green will be on. So I mean, if you've got, you know, from our tee box, if you've got 365 in you, then heck, go for it. You know, you might be able to green this in one. But boy, you better have a monstrous drive. You better be every bit of Kyle Berkshire in order to take that line and hopefully green it in one. And even at that, on the other side of this rock here is a whole bunch of nice big old bushy trees to catch your ball if you come up short. So, yeah, I mean, losing proposition to go over that. But, hey, if you think you can nuke it, then why not? Go for it. Especially if you're scrambling it and somebody, you know, puts a safe one out there, heck, you might as well go for it. But if you don't hit exactly the correct line, then, yeah, even if you hit a super good drive over that rock, obviously you're not going to see it land. So, yeah, you may not find it even if it's a real good one. So, anyway, that's always a losing proposition for me, so I never really go for that. I always try to cut the corner just slightly over that bushy tree over there off to the left side of the rock, and yeah, kind of hit a easy driver if I can over that in order to give myself about a 120-yard shot up onto this green. Once you do make your way up to the green there, you're going to find a fairway bunker, actually, just short left of the green. That'll kind of give you that awkward sort of 30-yard pitch out of that up onto the green. Hate being in that bunker. No fun. And then you've got another smaller bunker, lateral left of the green, and one of them lateral right of the green. That's more towards the front. Yeah, but not front of the green, more of the front section of the right side of the green. Anyway, and that's what you've got for this hole. So remember to turn around and look backwards when you're on this green here, because, I mean, it's just one of those spectacular views on this course that you're not going to want to miss. So, yep, make sure you spot that. So let's give it a rip, driver in hand. I'm just going to try to put one fairly straight over that bushy tree. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do. takes a little bit of juice, but I mean, just feel it out. You know, it's uphill. Don't like, you know, rocket launch.
Alex's head doesn't want to do an adventure.
Yeah.
He still has an adventure. Times we had custody of him.
That could be really good. Get up there. Get up there. Stop. 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 Ooh. Okay. I think mine's probably still easier. What do you think? I'll go with yours and mine.
Yours is going to be... that's uphill. This is downhill. To the right. Yours will be easier uphill.
Okay, let's do it then. Nailed it! For the 4, baby.
Good job, man. Yeah.
Thank you. Solid. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are at the 16th hole here. Yeah, the tee box is just like literally on the other side of the cart path from the previous hole's green there. So, yeah, no reason to film the walk up to it since you're right there. But anyway, our first par 5 of the day here, and there's 2 par 5s on the back 9 for men, that is, and only 1 on the front 9. And the girls also enjoy 2 par 5s on the front 9. So anyway, yeah, it's a par 70 course for men and par 72 for the ladies out there. So anyway, yeah, not a whole lot of scoring opportunities for us guys out there. But hey, it is what it is. This is definitely one of them, that's for sure. So straight away, par 5 here. Infinity fairway as it crawls uphill, you know, off the tee box here. You can't really see what's going on with the hole, but rest assured, the hole is just flat out straight. So if you pipe one right down that fairway, then you're going to be sitting real pretty for your second shot up onto this green. If you're going to miss in a direction, however, off the fairway here, I would absolutely say that the left side is the better side miss. I mean, it looks like you've got kind of houses crawling up the left side, and in all fairness, you do. However, there's a pretty healthy amount of native fescue between you and the houses. Off to the left there, the further down you go. So your chances of hitting a house, you know, the further you hit the ball, get just less and less as you go. And the fescue is definitely more, or shorter, I should say, than it is off to the right. And then off to the right, you've got, you know, that kind of, that bushy tree sort of, you know, forest trouble that is kind of a theme for a lot of this course here. So you definitely don't want to be in that. Also, your angle, no matter what, from the left side is going to be a lot more open than the right side, that's for sure. So far as bunker trouble is concerned, you do have one fairway bunker that shows up very early in the fairway off to the right side. So I'm saying for most people that's not a concern, not even worth thinking about, but it is there to catch your ball just in case you happen to just flat out flub one to the right out there. So you might end up in a very unfortunate sort of fairway bunker really early there. So that would be that would suck. But anyway, as you make your way down the rest of the hole, you won't run into another bunker until you're about 40-50 yards short of the green or so, where there's one last fairway bunker off to the left side. And then once you're at the green, you've got one kind of lateral right, one lateral left, and then one small pot bunker directly in front of the green. So green's pretty well guarded by bunkers on all sides there, except for the back. Yeah, kind of a weird amoebic-shaped green here as well. So, yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, definitely a gettable par 5 here. Again, playing for us at 555 yards and tipping out at 585. So, yeah, definitely gettable, no matter who you are. So, driver in hand. I'm just going to try to smash it all the way down there as hard as I can. Hopefully stay to the left side. Let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
Bless.
That should be pretty good. It'll be on the left side, but it'll be good.
Sweet.
All right.
Nice.
Yes, Sam.
I think you're just to the right of the green, but good shot.
All right.
All right, nice.
Well, take it, Maddox. Guns keys.
Solid.
Club in the grass.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 17th hole, that of course we're playing as our 8th hole today. And the final par 3 for this front 9, well, this back 9 that we're playing as our front 9 out here at Arrowhead Golf Club in Littleton, Colorado here. So, yeah, I don't know what it is about this par 3, but it always seems to eat my lunch. So, the prevailing wind, when it happens to be windy out here on the course, tends to push from left to right, which would have helped me a lot this day, except it was actually pretty calm out there for us this day. So anyway, a draw is usually the shape that you want to put out there, especially since you can miss safely pretty much anywhere out to the left, and out to the right you pretty much have no place to miss. So especially since this place is a double green, and if you, I mean, you would have to hit one obscenely long onto this yardage here in order to end up on the section of the green that actually belongs to the number 1 hole. So anyway, we're going to see this green again in part 2 of this 2-part video series real quick here. But anyway, for now, yeah, we're playing the left part of this green. So you've got one big old bunker there off to the back left, and that's pretty much all you got to worry about so far as bunkers are concerned. And apart from that, it's basically forced carry from some really nasty native fescue, rocky sort of just pit of doom anywhere short of the green there. So anyway, definitely don't want to be short. So you know, even though I tend to get my lunch eaten by hitting a draw here, I still hold to that a draw is the better shape on this hole. You just got to really stick the number correctly. So anyway, I have the 9-iron in hand. Let's give it a rip and see what we can do. doesn't need that much steam. But yeah, give it your aim up over here.
Act like the hole is like right here.
Whoa, okay. Are we still in front of you?
Yep. Oh wait, hold on just a second.
Good?
Yep.
Done skis.
There's the 4. Held it to a bogey. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 18th hole that we're, of course, playing as our 9th hole. And the final hole for this first part of this two-part series out here at Arrowhead. And the final par 5 for this this back 9 that we're playing as our front 9 here. So, yeah, tough hole here indeed. You really got to be careful about how you play this hole. So the fairway, I mean, it's another infinity fairway, just like the last par 5 there, number 16. But this one, the fairway right in front of you, if you're going to hit straight out into it, oh boy, you better not hit it very much further than that rock you can see out to the left there, because about 40 yards, maybe 50 yards past that, you're going to run out of fairway real quick, and the entire fairway dead ends into a lake. So, yeah, if you smash one directly out in front of you there, you might be thinking to yourself, wow, that's got to be a great shot. Nope, that'd be a lie. You will be wet for sure. And, yeah, of course, you can't see any of that pond from the tee box here. So, yeah, if you're going to play straight out in front of you, you have to lay up. You don't have a choice. So, anyway, yeah, pick your poison there. And, I mean, if you've got a GPS or something, you know, like I roll with a GPS watch, you know, pay attention to that and see at what yardage that lake is going to come up on you if you're planning on playing a straight shot out there. Past that, though, to the right, so that would be kind of the tree line off to the right side there. If you play over that tree line and you pipe one over those trees and kind of straighten it out just on that tree line there, then you might find yourself in the upper fairway. And as short of a hole this is, at just 460 yards and tipping out at 502, then that's really the best chance you have at putting yourself in a position to get on in 2. Definitely very gettable yardage-wise. And, yeah, the hole definitely opens up there to the right, even though you can't see that either. So, anyway, yeah, it's kind of a blind leap of faith to hit any shot up here that's any flavor of aggressive at all, unless you're going to like tee off with an 8-iron just to keep the ball in view, and then you're definitely turning this into a 3-piece hole, that's for sure. So, yeah, those are your options. And let's see here. Once you make your way up to the green, you're going to have a 2 bunker series off to the right side of the green, one of which is short of the green and one is lateral. And then another one that's sitting there ready to help you out and catch your ball just to the left of the green. Because, boy, if that bunker wasn't there, that slope is steep enough to where it would probably kick you down into that same lake that you've got to worry about straight down the fairway off the tee shot here. So anyway, yeah, that lake stretches all the way up the left side of the hole for the remainder of the hole thereafter. So anyway, tricky par 5 here. You got to be, I mean, real risk or reward. And the risk here is to pretty much hit it at the trees there off to the right and then draw it in from there. Or you could play it, you know, straight out in front of you and hit probably, it's going to take you like a 20 to 30 yard fade off of the straightforward shot in order to find yourself safely up in the second fairway up there. So anyway, those are your options. Yeah, lot to talk about on this hole. That's for sure. So it's a tricky one. Pick your poison. I mean, you'd be forgiven for laying up and just ironing this hole for death and calling it a three-piecer and calling it a day. So, anyway. Again, thank you guys so much for watching another video with us at Midgard Golf. And if you're liking this content, then definitely throw us a like and subscribe. And I sure hope that you guys join us next week for part 2 of this round here. Because, I mean, Sam and I just kick on the afterburner on the back 9 here. And we really make some amazing shots happen. So I hope you show up back with us then. And until next time, whenever that may be, as always, I hope that you all have an absolutely wonderful day.
Barely though.
Got the speed read pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd put it like right here. It's not gonna take much. Feel the distance. That's so good. Get in, get in.
Oh! Go ahead, put that in, Alex. Man!
Good par, dude. Good 2-putt. High five.
Fuck. So close.